Good day everyone. In this video, we will discuss the chapter 5 of Total Quality Management, which is the good housekeeping. After this lesson, you will be able to define 5S as a philosophy for improvement, identify the 5S activities, and apply 5S in everyday life. Good housekeeping. A dirty workplace cannot produce quality products. A chaotic workplace with mess around everywhere is bound to produce poor quality products. Everyone and all types of business benefit from having a well-constructed 5S program. What is 5S program? The 5S is a Japanese system to reduce costs, control inventory, and reduce breakdowns and accidents, drastically resulting in increased profit. Is also a procedure that organizes individual workstations or departments and consequently enhances efficiency at micro level by keeping the workplace neat, orderly, and accessible. It is a systematic approach and the key to total quality environment, a philosophy most Japanese factories endorse and practice. Japanese factories are well known for their cleanliness and orderliness. 5S is also the philosophy that simplifies the work environment and reduces the waste and non-value activity while improving quality, efficiency, and safety. Hardly anyone can find an individual representing a Japanese company unhappy or dissatisfied. Japanese employees never speak ill about their organizations. Kaizen tools give rise to a well-organized workplace, which results in better productivity and yield better results. Kaizen focuses on continuous small improvements and thus gives immediate results. The name stands for 5 Japanese words. First is Siri or sort, Seiton or set in order, Seiso or shine, Seikitsu or systemize, and last is Shitsuki or standardize.
5S adaptation is different in every facility, depending on the needs, processes, and culture of any given workforce. However, no matter how it's done, businesses large and small can enjoy numerous benefits from adopting the 5S methodology. So here are the benefits from adopting the 5S methodology. First, improved profitability. Second, more efficient workforce. Third, better service. And fourth, safer workplace. Improve profitability. Companies can save labor hours, money, and other resources. More efficient workforce. With standard procedures in place, personnel can center on what's important. On better service, with a more organized, cleaner, streamlined workplace, employees can use more time providing exceptional service. And in safer workplace, employees are less hazard and can feel protected in clean, organized workspaces. 5S process can increase morale, create positive impressions on customers, and increase efficiency and organization. Not only will employees feel better about where they work, the effect on continuous improvement can lead to less waste, better quality, and faster lead times. 5S should become part of the culture of the business and the responsibility of everyone in the organization. And now, let us proceed to the 5 steps in 5S. So the first one is sort. The second, set in order. Third, shine. Fourth, standardize. And the fifth one is the sustain.
Sort. It refers to the sorting of the clutter from the other items within the work area that are actually needed. All tools and materials used in the work process are taken care of, and it is also the first stage in the 5 steps of 5S. During this process, all materials and tools are sorted and only the necessary ones are kept for continued use. This storage requires the team to remove all items that clearly do not belong in the working area and only leave those necessary and discard those unneeded items put on the safety storage. Employees required to label the items as necessary, critical, most important, not needed now, useless, and so on. Throw what is useless and keep aside what is not needed. At the moment also it needs to be kept at a safe place. Sorting unnecessary items. Example of unnecessary items in factory floor. Machine to be scrapped, rejected materials, expired goods, broken tools, pallets, bins, trolleys, and old notices. Example of unnecessary items in office are used or broken pens, useless paper, old diaries, and broken furniture. Examples of unnecessary items at home: broken toys, old clothes, broken suitcase. There are also consequences of not practicing sorting. Number one consequence is unnecessary messes. The place and the necessary are hard to find. Number two, every place can only contain so much. And number three, mess sometimes causes misidentification. Flowchart of separating the wanted and unwanted items. These are the following stages. Number one stage is separate needed items from unneeded items. Number two, store the needed items in the following storage site. A. Ready to access storage, needed in 1 to 6 months. B. Remote storage, needed in more than 6 months. In this step, it is important to determine the storage periods in advance and should also have labels and description on all storage sites or containers. Number 3, discard or dispose the red tag, unneeded item. Number 4, discard remote storage items by the box load at the end of the storage period.
Set in order them in efficient manner through the use of ergonomic principles. There should be a place for everything and everything should be in a proper place. This is also known as demarcation and labeling of place. Keeping things in order plays an important role in the efficient use of items, which will contribute to time saving. The place for each items should be visibly labeled or segregated. Items should be arranged in a manner that supports systematic workflow, with equipment used most often being the most easily accessible. The target for orderliness could include any of the following. First, the space. It includes the floors, walkways, operations areas, walls, shelves, and the warehouse. The second one is the products. It includes the raw materials, procured parts, parts for machinery, in-process inventory, assembly parts, semi-finished products, and the finished products. And the third one is the equipment. Equipment includes the machines, tools, jigs, carts, work tables, cabinets, and chairs. The company may want to employ the signboards and painting and forms of visual methods of orderliness. The first is the signboard strategy. It is a method for clearly indicating where, what, and how many necessary items go. Signboard should include the following. A. Specific place where things go via location indicators. B. Specific items, what things via items indicators. And C. Specific amounts, how many things via amount indicators. And the second one is the painting strategy. involves marking off the factory walking areas, walkways, from its working areas, the operating areas, using any of the following: divide lines, door range lines, markers from inventory, cards, work table, and the tiger marks, which is the yellow and black stripe lines. Consequence of not practicing setting orders. 1. Things are rarely obtainable when needed. Number 2. Items that are defective and good ones get mixed up. Accidents or near accidents take place due to mess. Visual controls of the shop floor is not visible. At times, productions is lost because an item's necessary is available but cannot be seen.
The Shine stage of 5S program focuses on cleaning up the work area. Shine, or say so, stands for sweeping and cleanliness. It means to clean all items used at work or all materials used during manufacturing process. It must not be a special activity that is initiated only when things get too cluttered. It means clean everything, removing stains, spots, and debris and eradicating sources of dirt. And always do everyday follow-up cleaning in order to maintain improvement. A shining work environment will lead to great efficiency gains. Shine should be integrated into daily maintenance tasks to continue cleaning checkpoints with maintenance checkpoints. It involves following phases. Number 1, daily cleanliness. It includes determine cleanliness targets, determine cleanliness assignments, and determine cleanliness methods and tools, and implement cleanliness. Number 2, cleanliness inspection, and number 3, maintenance.
The next step to 5S is called Seiketsu or standardize. Seiketsu is the fourth step of the 5S method. It means standardize cleanup. It derives from the one-time seisu step, made the factory shiny clean and set the standard for cleanliness. A standard refers to making all the cleaning, control, and improvement processes a customary activity in the workplace, allowing for control and consistency. And also, standardize means keeping one's person clean, like wearing proper working clothes, safety glasses, gloves, and shoes, as well as maintaining a clean, healthy working environment. So, this is not only keeping the workplace hygienic and dirt-free, but ensuring everything is up to standard. In addition, it can be interpreted as continuing to work on the first three 5S, or making the first three S's, which are sort, set in order, and shine, a constant routine that assign responsibilities in this area and install checklists to support and maintain 5S. Employees need to respect organization's policies and adhere to rules and regulations. So, self-discipline is indispensable. So, the purpose of standardization is to make sure that everyone in the company follows the same procedure, the same names of items, the same size of signalization or floor marking, shapes, colors, etc. This aims to maintain high standards of housekeeping and workplace organization at all times by everybody. Standard should be understood as a set of rules defined for harmonious living or working together.
The last phase of 5S is sustain or shitsuke. Shitsuke means maintaining the process to retain long-term kaizen goals and to retaining and reviewing standards. This is to ensure that the firm has common standards and way of working. When previous four phases of 5S have been established, they become the latest way of operating the organization. With that, Sustain makes certain that the company continued to improve using the four previous stages of 5S. Sustain involves the habit of maintaining and following specified and standardized procedure. Consequences of not practicing standardizing. First, if standardizing is not practiced, then the 4S would backslide. Second, lack of standards will affect all activities related to safety and quality. In addition, the person who is responsible for any 5S backsliding is not the individual worker, but the manager or the owner itself. Given this critical role, the manager or the owner must employ the following measures. First, the CEO must take ultimate responsibility in 5S adoption and implementation. Second, explain the 5S until everyone understands them. Emphasize that 5S is the company's road to survival due to its practical approach in minimizing waste and generating savings. Third, promote company-wide participation, such but not limited to the following: 5S poster making contest, 5S badge making contest, 5S slogan making contest, 5S ideas contest, 5S day, planned tour of a 5S practicing company, and 5S snapshots. Fourth, make organization and orderliness activities such as visual as possible. Be persistent, meticulous, quick and ruthless when red tagging and making signboards. Fifth, manage people's resistance to 5S by A. Provide encouragement at every opportunity. B. Give and receive criticism carefully. Be polite. C. Immediately correct and slacking off on 5S conditions. D. Stick to hands-on, here and now approach. And the last one, improvement requires effort and effort requires enthusiasm.